Sports Court with 13 on your side. The case, should spring sports be momentarily shut down?
Testimony.
I don't think they should be. The MHSAA agrees with me. Right now, numbers are bad in this state when it's regarding COVID-19, but spring sports are played outdoors, a lot of ventilation. I think they should play on.
Spring sports should be shut down. Fact of the matter is COVID cases are on the rise in Michigan. Fact of the matter is they're on the rise for kids. I know we all want to play, but I think right now we got to stop for just a little bit.
Cross-exam. I know that people love data, so they always want to point to numbers. Well, back in the fall, they stopped football without providing the numbers. They stopped all fall sports without providing numbers as to what was really going on. I know things are bad now, but you can't really point to high school sports as a reason why. I've seen youth sports pointed to, but not high school sports where the kids are testing and socially distancing. I think you'll agree they do it a little bit safer at the high school level.
I absolutely agree, and I think we've come a long way since the days of high school football where we saw coaches and players not wearing masks. I've seen it now, everybody's wearing masks, but we both know it goes beyond just the players. We also have fans out there, parents out there. Would you be okay if we play on, but we just take those fans away?
I'd be okay with that. I know that the fans wouldn't like it, the parents wouldn't like it, a lot of seniors might not like it, but if you take those fans away to reduce the risk, and it would also allow spring sports to continue with, again, minimal exposure risks. Ultimately, that's really what it's all about, is making sure these athletes, especially these seniors, get to play this spring sports season after having it taken away from them all of 2020.
Closing argument.
Spring sports are a lot different than the winter programs. Basketball, volleyball, all those sports that were played in a cramped gym, people breathing on top of each other, we still got through the winter sports season without incident. So for spring sports, when you're playing baseball, softball, soccer, lacrosse, things are outside, for the most part, socially distanced and spread out. I think you can allow these kids to play through and play on without having to shut down spring sports for a second straight year.
This is a tough spot to be in. I think everyone wants to play sports. I want to see sports be played, but we're not quite there yet. There's still work to do. The vaccinations are out, but we're not there yet. I think a shutdown now would be fine, because I'll tell you what we don't want to have happen. We get down the stretch of the season and we shut down in the playoffs. No high school champions would be crowned. That would be awful. I think right now we just take one for the team just for a little bit, and I think that'll put us back on track.
The verdict. And now we turn the case over to you, the jury. What's your verdict?
Head to the 13 on your side YouTube or Facebook page and tell us where I got it right and Jamal got it wrong. And next week we'll share your comments.
Last week's case got our audience riled up like a body slam into the announcer's table as we chose the greatest wrestler of all time. Sheila questioned the whole concept of our approach. Are you asking about pineapples versus bananas? Each wrestler is unique. There is no great.
And tons of people like Janny, Patsy, Christopher, Matt, and Danny responded with the Texas rattlesnake himself, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Solid choice. Brandon noted everyone's mistake, seeing a lot of answers that aren't Bret Hart. Those answers are flawed.
He's always a Shawn Michaels guy. And lastly, Rob says, Ric Flair, 20-time champ, styling, woo, profiling, woo! And with that, we'll see you in Sports Court next week with one more, woo!